Welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some predictions for the 18th of December. I am here with Sprocket, guys. I'll just give you a little quick look at Sprocket. He's crashed out. Sophie's out in the garden. She wanted to go outside today. It's actually really cool again today. We've got the weirdest temperatures. We just had a heat wave and now we've got cold winds again. So I've got my little reindeer ears on, guys. Don't say I don't get into the Christmas vibe and Christmas spirit. A little bit of admin. Welcome anybody new to my channel too. We've got a lot of new subscribers here. It's wonderful. Please feel free to comment down below and like buttons, guys. You know that helps me a lot. I have done my 2025 predictions video as well, guys. Go and look for that. I haven't been able to put things at the end of my videos because YouTube for some reason won't let me into my studio on my laptop. I've got to get my daughter to maybe defrag it or something. I've got to do something anyway. Bear with me, guys. You know how bad at IT I am. Thank God I've got a teenage daughter is all I can say for that. Okay, admin. We had on the news the other night here. Remember I was telling you guys, we were talking about Yellowstone and how they mentioned Vanguard on Yellowstone on Netflix with big companies and big corporate taking over the land. We know how the seed planting's going. Well, they had on the news that night, I think it was, or it was last night, they actually had the Vanguard CEO on the news here in Australia. And they were actually pushing for grandparents. They interviewed grandparents. They had grandparents need to start investing in their grandkids. So start investing money into Vanguard. That's what they were saying. And we know they're the finance sort of equity mob. So this is what they're encouraging grandparents to do. Which probably no grandparents have probably got any money left over. Encouraging them to invest in their grandchildren by putting, and they interviewed grandparents and were saying, you know, put $25 a week aside for your grandkids or help your grandkids out. Like as if you're going to invest into Vanguard and that and put your money in there, you know that they're going to forever own it and probably just steal it. Who's going to do that? Anyway, it was on the news here. What a wonderful suggestion, not? Oh, I couldn't even believe it. I thought, you mongrel thieves, trying to get your money or trying to get your mitts on grandparents' money. We know they're after the inheritance taxes and all that globally. Well, this is the latest. Any money that pensioners or whatever could have, invest in your children's future. But who's to say they're ever going to end up with the money? We know how these big corporates go, and it doesn't end up with the little peasants and Lego people, does it? So go figure, guys. Vanguard props its head up again, blowing its own trumpet, trying to get more investors. The other thing is, on the news, they were talking about how many small businesses have closed here in Oz. Mortifying, guys. We talk about it all the time here on this channel. It's so tragic. 26,000 since 2022. Plunged into insolvency. Like, what in the hell? And that's just in Oz. Imagine it globally. Don't even get me started. And remember I used to talk all the time, I know you guys know, I talked about a lot of mid-sized construction companies. Well, they talked about the enormous amount of construction companies that have gone under, which means hundreds and thousands of jobs going in one big hit. Actually, there's a clothing company here that's being taken over to Miller's, Rivers, Katie's. They're all closing down as well. And I always shop at Miller's quite regularly. It's very affordable. So more things closing down, more job loss here in Australia. It's mental, guys. Anyway, and I also just want to shout out to anyone in Vanuatu. That's really terrible. We knew there was going to be more earthquake energy. There's shifting of the energies, the earth. We know it happens anyway, but pretty destructive in Vanuatu. Have you seen the footage of that? So shout out to anyone over there. It's really horrific. Anything like that is really, really scary. And you see those giant slabs of concrete that have probably landed on people, like just horrific. So shout out anyone around these areas. The other thing we have to touch on, guys, is which some of you have talked about, which is pretty damn funny. Weren't we talking about, oh, I don't even remember. I talk about so much stuff weeks and weeks and weeks ago or months ago about some dodgy stuff going on over the White House, etc. Well, now we've got the drone activity. So we don't know, is it And they're trying to be all mysterious about it, aren't they? It's like embarrassing, really, isn't it? I mean, you think about the drone shows they put on with all the shapes and the faces and the whales in the sky and all these great things. So I'm sure it's not hard to fly a few little drones around. What they're making out, is it extraterrestrial? You don't need to be frightened. Do Americans need to be frightened? There's all this crap going on. Like, seriously? We don't even get it. So we've got the drone dramas going on around the White House. So to be continued, watch this space, guys. We'll see what happens. Oh, and also, don't forget, there's always lots going on globally, isn't it? We've still got the Prince Andrew Chinese spy nonsense going on in the UK as well, about him and one of his spy mates. So that's all front page headlines at the moment in the UK, I'm sure. Cheers, everyone. I got my water today. I've already had my coffee. Hopefully Sprocket snoring won't be too loud, although there's a high probability that it could be, couldn't it, guys? All right, guys, let's get straight into the reading and we'll see what comes up. Oh, I'm getting the US, and I'm getting some sort of Trump informant. Trump's going to hear about some informant. There's someone who's not playing for the right team in the Trump department. I feel like there's going to be a spy maybe, but I am getting that there's an informant that's, well, I feel like there's going to be an interrogation and they're going to be found out. It could be like after the fact too. It could be someone who was involved with the Trump court cases and all this sort of stuff, that it'll come out that he was getting paid and some sort of informant. I'm just getting that. No surprises with the clown show over there, that the Biden government would have people working for them. So I am getting that. It'll come out that there were like spies, probably even, I would say, planting things, putting things in place like documents, etc. in houses, just different nonsense and crap, just to get people in trouble. That's what I'm getting. So I'm getting, we'll probably find out about some sort of informant who was leaking information. Not that Trump would care. I think it's funny. He'd get to the bottom of it anyway. But I am getting that. We'll hear something about someone who possibly worked for the Trump government, but now it's going to come out that they were never really working for the Trump government. They were always Team Biden, Team Brandon, whatever you want to call it. So I'm getting that, an informant, a spy, an American spy. All right. But it's all laughable because it's all after the fact now. No one cares. Trump's moved on. He couldn't care less. He's just waiting for that day to come around where he's steps into the White House. And big changes are coming from America. Big changes. Whoo, he's got his list. I'm actually seeing Trump is like Santa Claus. He's got his naughty list and he's got his nice list of staff. He's worked out who's who in the zoo. Trump's a very smart man. I keep saying that. He's working out who he wants on his team and who he doesn't. And there's going to be huge changes when he gets in. People are going to just be kicked out. They think their jobs are safe, but their jobs aren't safe because he's already worked out who's who in the zoo. He's not a stupid man. Hey, guys, I always tell you about Aussie Men Reviews. He's got a new video out of a pub brawl. Oh my God, in Australia, only in Australia. I'll leave the link down below. This is so funny, guys. It's so funny. It's like all in just this brawl. I've got to show it to you because if you want to have a laugh, you're absolutely going to lose it. He's one of the funniest commentators, Aussie Men Reviews on YouTube. If you haven't seen him, OZZY. Hilarious. I'll leave it down below. We always need a gut laugh on this channel, so I always think of you every time I watch something like that. There's a bit of swearing in it, be warned, but he's so quick-witted and funny. It is very funny. I'll leave it down below. All right, let's keep going, guys. Just reminded me when I saw the naughty and nice list of Trump. And just all these people behaving badly in this pub brawl. Wait till you see it. All right, let's keep going. gosh, they're showing me England, I'm getting UK, and I'm getting Starmageddon wants to put a full stop on everything. He wants everything to stop at the minute. He's putting a full stop, like at the end of a sentence. He's wanting to stop protests. He's wanting to stop any fighting back against his regime and things he's bringing out. He wants to put a full stop there. But what's happening is, in his mind, he's put the full stop there because he hasn't really reacted. He hasn't come out and dealt with the people, the protesters, the farmer situations. Like he's trying to avoid it, and he's hoping he can slip through Christmas. But the thing is, everything's only on a full stop because people are heading into Christmas. So people have got their mind on other things. They're going on holidays. They're trying to find some joy in their life. They want to get together with family, which of course a lot of us couldn't do for a number of years. So people are seeing pockets of joy. So that's why the full stop's there, because the people have actually put it there, not Starmageddon. He thinks he's put it there because everything's settled down. But it's because the people put the full stop there. But don't worry, it'll be erased come the new year. The people are going to rise up again in the UK. That's so good. And the farmers are rising. You're going to get a lot of strikes too in the UK. I'm getting a lot of strikes. And it's definitely around cost of living, marches and protests, but it's also about pay wages, pay rises. People can't afford to live. People can't afford to live. And again, it's the essential workers again are not going to be able to afford to live. The nurses, the doctors, the fireys, the police, the ambos, the whole lot. Teachers is another one. They're going to all start coming out. Well, really, everyone's an essential worker. I don't know why they label things essential workers, because everyone makes society work. People working at the shopping centre warehouses and supply companies and building, and everyone's an essential worker because that's what makes the world go round, isn't it, guys? Really. So a lot of strikes. Internet beginning next year, the full stop's going to be erased because it's the people that are putting the full stop there at the moment because they're trying to enjoy their lives for a short period of time while they're probably on their Christmas break and vacation. I mean, who's going to sit there thinking about Starmageddon and all the crap he's implementing? No one, because everyone's trying to switch off from it and have a bit of fun in their life. Brief as it will be, probably a couple of weeks, probably 2 weeks, and then it'll be on again, guys. In the UK, that's what I'm getting. Oh, I'm getting Ireland, and I'm getting Ireland's bubbled to the surface now. A lot of truths are coming out in Ireland. People are really realising what's going on. I'm feeling the storming of the parliament in Ireland. I know you've got a bit of volatile energy over there, but it's in a good way. I always say it's just you've got a lot of fire and passion in your belly in Ireland. So I am seeing this bit of the storming of the parliament be after Christmas. Everything's going to be after Christmas now. We're too close to Christmas for anything to go on, but I am seeing Ireland rising still. Again, Finland. Finland wants change. They want their parliamentary leaders out. People have had a gutful. They're sick of it. And I'm feeling in Finland that people are very disturbed by what's going on. The reality is starting to hit people in Finland. It's just what I'm getting. All right. Well, no one's missing out, are they, globally? How's all this crap they're just bringing in? I saw this, if you guys, did I tell you about that M guy, who's an Australian YouTuber as well, guys? Very entertaining, talks about EV cars and all the nonsense that goes on with it. He had a video the other day about this guy who bought an EV car, trying to do the right thing in Sydney, and he wants to be able to plug it in under his block of units, but at the moment he's not allowed to because all the other people don't want him to, and it's the old strata rules again, because it's a high probability it could burn down the building like what happened in Korea and other places. So now there's all these basically shit fights going on about people wanting to plug in their EV cars and other people not wanting them to do it. So there's a lot of this going on around the globe, guys. And as we know here, a lot of the lithium batteries, etc., can just go up. And they reckon it's when they're not even plugged in or charging. It's mental. Anyway, we know the scooters and the EV bikes do it a lot. I've told you about the number of fires here. So go watch M Guy if you haven't seen him. It's a really good channel. Very educating on the lithium batteries and EV car situations. All right. I'm just getting Elbow and getting Australia, and Elbow's off on a big getaway somewhere, some tropical island somewhere. He's having a great escape for probably a month. He's having a lovely holiday, leaving all the plebs behind. He doesn't care about Australia. I've been saying that for ages. He doesn't care about us. He just wants all the election behind him. He's not interested. I've told you, he's already switched off, not interested, couldn't care less about the people, blah, blah, blah. He just goes through the motions. He doesn't care if he gets out. Peter Dutton can take care of everything into the future. That's the opposition leader. So Elbow's gone on a lovely holiday, and no doubt he's taken his lovely jet plane. But how do you earn? No, I'd like to know how you earn your carbon credit points for that, because that's actually going on holidays. That's not going to a summit meeting around the world and saving the world with climate change and all that, is it? So how does that count for carbon credit points? Exactly. So many questions we have, us BS detectors on this channel, don't we? So much BS, garbage and lies they feed everybody. Yeah. All right, let's see if there's anything else, guys. Just getting the war-torn countries are really struggling now. I feel like they really depend on funding from other countries such as America, China, Australia, blah, blah, blah. They're really struggling because all these other countries are also struggling. So they're going to have to be reaching out for more support. We're going to hear a lot more about war-torn countries such as Ukraine, Israel. We're going to be hearing the war thing is going to be still big, high on the agenda next year. They need our support. We're going to get this from our, well, they have to keep war and fear going all the time. We know that's all part of the big global plan. You got to keep people living on the edge thinking, oh, what if war came to our country? And see, this is something they've really been pushing here in Oz with the Jewish synagogue burning down. It created that, well, a lot of tension, and Jewish people got warned not to travel to Australia. So that makes us look like a dodgy country. So they can feed people whatever they want. It's just, it's mental. So I'm just getting this, the war fears are still going to be big. They're still going to use, well, and I also said religion. Religion's going to come into, well, we know religion plays a huge part in war, as does money and power. But I am getting the religion, a lot more religious attacks on all different religions. It's not just going to be the Jews. There's going to be more religions. I said the Christian, like Catholic, Buddhism, it's all, Scientology's always getting attacked. There's going to be just more religious attacks. And of course, all the leaders do nothing about it, do they? Of course not. Got to keep the fear alive. We know everything's about the fear, and it works so well with people, doesn't it, guys? I mean, can you imagine even here in Oz, like I said, with that Jewish synagogue, wearing your Jewish hat, just walking along the street in Sydney or Melbourne? It'd be very scary. It would. It would. I don't care what anyone says. And like, how can we go back to the way we were, like, all those zillions of years ago during the war? Like, complete madness. Complete madness. I'm sure if you ask all the little people, nobody wants all this. No one wants it. But again, it's that energy that gets, when you get migrants and things like that, the aliens brought over. And I mean, I know there's some legitimate ones that really try and integrate, but they do bring that hostile energy. You know that in America, and we find that here as well. Actually, that's the other thing I was going to tell you guys. Down in Melbourne, you know how we always talk about Elbow supports the Indigenous and gives them a lot of money and gives them their land back so he can then sell it off to big corporate companies, etc. Well, they've stopped doing the welcome to countries down in Melbourne now because it was costing them so much money, which is the welcome to our land and you're going to play football on our land kind of talk. And no one minds that, you know, every now and again. But they do it everything now. $10,000 every time that's done. $10,000. I want to know who's getting that $10,000 because I'm sure it's not the Indigenous people getting the money. It'd be the higher up CEOs or somewhere. $10,000 just to do a welcome to country that takes like 10 seconds. Mental. Can't even imagine it, where that money goes. So Melbourne's stopping it. Interesting, guys. Interesting. Just something to keep you up to date with the silliness that goes on here in Australia. Let's see if there's anything else, guys. Oh, I'm just getting Papua New Guinea's in trouble. They're having an NRL team down here, which is probably being funded by China. Papua New Guinea, the island at the top of Australia. They're in big trouble. China's really taking over Papua New Guinea. It's just what I'm getting. They're being pushed out of their own homeland now. They're being told what to do, when to do it, where they can live. I feel like there's a lot of Chinese domination going on that island. I keep getting it. I've had that about Fiji as well. They're trying to get their little tentacles in there too. But I do feel like Fiji's in a lot of trouble. They've lost their freedom now. We know that China wants to get in on this Pacific region. Hang on, let's see if there's anything else. I'm getting Trudeau, and I'm getting the quote, "Let sleeping dogs lie." He's trying to just avoid the little people. Trudeau's trying to not stir up the pot. He doesn't want people standing up. He doesn't want people rising. He doesn't want protesters. He doesn't want to deal with any of that. So you're going to have the next couple of months are going to be nice and quiet for you. He's not going to hit anyone much with anything. Else he'd be going on his lovely holiday as well. Having a lovely rest that he's definitely earned with all his pressure and dealing with a big country. It's very hard for Trudeau. So I'm getting that you're going to have a little bit of a quiet time now. Well, I don't think you could hit anyone with any more taxes and things, could you? Although he'll think of them, guys. Don't worry. If he's charging you for the amount of chickens you have in your yard, for the amount of vegetable or the space will be, what is it, your home veggie gardens, your amount of rain you get on your land, like, you know, he'll think of something else. Oh, it's so mental, isn't it? But he's going to leave his alone for a couple of months. So enjoy the peace and quiet because he doesn't want to have to deal with all you peasants for a little while. He doesn't want stand-ups, fight-backs, boycotting of foods. But come February, guys, don't worry. A lot of people waking up in China. A lot more people waking up in China. Because everyone's starting to realise, yes, that they're being taken down the road of tyranny, dictatorship, and where it's all heading, which is why we call it China, morphing into little China. People are starting to realise that they're living there. People are realising that all over the world now. It's been the slowest awakening, but people are waking. So that's the main thing we need to know. People are waking. So just know it, guys. Just know it. It's all good. It's all good. People are waking up. Oh, let's pull some cards, guys, because it's just too much sometimes. Oh, I thought my glasses were on my head. It's my Rudolph ears. Okay, let's pull an Earth Song Oracle and get a little bit of guidance. Ooh, trying to focus. There you go. Earth Song Oracle. Oh, butterfly. Ooh. Transition, transformation, shifting. The times are changing. Emerge in all your glory. See, we just keep getting, well, we're expanding. We're getting, look at the wings there on that butterfly. Everybody's starting to awaken. They're emerging from the caterpillar into the butterfly. And we're expanding as well. Look at her hand. What's she got in her hands there? It's like being just outstretched and being receptive, receiving every bit of information that comes to you. Oh, I just want to do a shout out to you, Louise Hayden. I hope everything's going. I know your hubby wasn't well. Every time I see a butterfly thing, I think of you, and you used to say we can't talk butterfly to a caterpillar, which was there in the very beginning when people weren't awake, but they're waking up now. So I always think of you every time I see a butterfly. So please take care, Lou. I hope everything's going okay. Blessings to you and your hubby. So that's us. We just keep growing, expanding, and allowing others to wake up. That's what I'm getting for us. Transition, transformation, and shifting. Things are changing, guys. We know they are. Let's just hope that the agenda collapses. That would be the change that we'd all really want to see, isn't it? Really. It's the one I'd want to see. It's like a diamond. Be alone. Others will be able to love you once you learn to love yourself. And I'm getting that song by Christina Amphlett, is it? I love myself. I want you to love me. When I'm with you, I want you to love me. Be alone. We're fine being alone. To be honest, we actually really enjoy it, I think, on this channel, don't we? There's no place like just being on your own without all the worries and crap of the world and the nonsense and the BS people go on with. That's why we really enjoy our own time, don't we? Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. Let's see what power thoughts we're going to get today. Oh, they're jumping out everywhere. What's this one? I see my parents as tiny children who need love. I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I know now that I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. Wow, that's a weird one. Although a lot of us have had very strange childhoods and the things that have led us here, haven't they, guys? I'm going to pull another one of these as well, guys. And I do think that, you know, parenting's not an easy gig, is it sometimes, guys, as we all know? And nobody's perfect. So we've had to let go of a lot of things, maybe from our childhood, maybe from the past hurts. And I do think the way we grow up does have a big impact on us. The point of power is always in the... Didn't we have this the other day? We did, didn't we? The point of power is even always in the present moment. The past is over and done and has no power over me. I can begin to be free in this moment. Today's thoughts create my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. And that's very, very true. That's about letting go. We always say, don't stay anchored to the past. Set yourself free from all the hurts, pains, and awful experiences you might have had. They don't serve you anymore. This is the moment, and move forward into the next moment. I'm going to pull one more outcome card for this. These are interesting cards, these, aren't they? I am safe, it's only change. We always talk about change, how we've got so much better at coping with change. I mean, once upon a time, I'd say we were always scared of change. Most people are really scared of change, but we actually embrace it now. We like change because we know it can bring new experiences, better feelings in your body. I cross all bridges with joy and ease. The old unfolds into wonderful new experiences. My life gets better all the time. And that's what we've experienced. Look at the little car going over the mountains. We're flying high above in the plane. I cross all bridges with joy and ease. It's beautiful. The old unfolds into wonderful new experiences. My life gets better all the time. You just have to keep moving forward, you know, and keep moving yourself in a positive direction. Hey guys, I thought I'd finish off today with some of my favorite Christmas songs. I've got three of my favorites. I've been listening to Christmas songs in the car on Spotify. It's so fun. I love Christmas songs. This is one of my favorite songs is Happy Christmas, War Is Over by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. How good is that song? Go and listen to that song. It's just so uplifting on the spirit. I don't know what it is about that song. I love it. And the other song I really love is Last Christmas by Wham. Always a favourite, especially here on this channel with all the 80s music and stuff. And another one that I really love that always makes me feel really good inside is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Oh, I love it. But the particular version is by Brenda Lee. And it reminds me of Macaulay Culkin's Home Alone, that rocking around the Christmas tree. Da, 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 da. It's just so fun. So go and start listening to some Christmas songs, guys. I thought I'd just finish with that today because I've just been really enjoying some Christmas jingles. So I'm going to say goodbye from me and from Sprocket. Let's see if we can see where he is. Rocky. Oh, he's very tired today. Oh, I love that big old goofball. He's noisy. And Sophie's out in the garden somewhere. So I'm going to say goodbye from us today. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Don't forget like buttons. I'll come on and talk to you in the next few days anyway, leading up to Christmas. Hope you got all your little Chrissy shopping done and you're wrapping everything now because it's getting a little bit close. And don't forget, please consider subscribing. It'd be lovely to have you here. Like I said, we've built a little community of like-minded people who are currently seeing through the BS garbage and lies we've been getting fed for, yes, the last 5 years. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.